We're here on ASU Media Day with offensive coordinator, deputy head coach Mike Norvell. Mike, you have Mike Bercovici coming back. He's your fifth-year guy. He's been in this system. How excited are you to have him now taking that starting role?
Well, obviously, it's been something that we've been looking forward to. For Mike to get the experience last year and making the most of his opportunity, those 3 games that when he was out there, we got a tremendous amount of confidence, and to see his growth over the last 6 months and really kind of taking the reins of this football program and this offense, specifically, it's been very, very gratifying for me because he's a guy you want to root for, and he's taken the path that not many would have, and sticking it out and being loyal to his team and waiting for his opportunity, but he's made the most of every moment, and that's why I've got a great deal of confidence here moving forward.
Well, Todd Graham mentioned something earlier today that he told him to compete like Taylor Kelly is still here. Do you kind of think that Bercovici needs that little mindset back there that there is some sort of guy pushing him for that spot?
Well, I think there's definitely a balance in that because he's very self-driven, and I don't want him to compete with anybody except for to go out there and try to be the best quarterback in the country, and it's something that it's got to be from within himself, and understand that we're asking the highest standard from him, and he's definitely rising to the occasion in the way that he's worked this summer and going out there and pushing himself every day.
Well, what have you seen from the offensive guys so far in camp? What is standing out to you the most?
I'm excited about our group. I'm excited about the guys up front, the physicality, the size, the explosiveness that I'm seeing. I think we've got some tremendous playmakers there on the perimeter from the running back position, the wide receivers, and even our H-back, and tight ends. And so when you have that many different weapons to use out in space, it's about just the daily competition and guys pushing day in and day out to be the best they can be. And I think we're seeing that, and the depth that we're going to have is going to be as good as we've ever had.
Well, speaking of that, with the wide receivers, you lost Jalen Strong to the NFL. Who are you specifically liking to kind of fill that void for a target for Mike Bercovici?
Well, we've also been able to make a transition with DJ Foster, going out to more of a sole receiver position. Obviously, we're still going to line him up all over the field and try to get all our money's worth out of him, what he can do, and so. But then also we've had guys like Devin Lucian, Ellis Jefferson. Those guys I think are going to be able to do some great things for us here this year, and we're looking forward to having a group of guys that can all take advantage of the opportunities when the ball comes our way.
Yeah, well, Coach Graham, he made it pretty clear that yes, DJ Foster is moving to wide receiver, but he's still going to be lining up in the backfield. So just how dynamic of a player is he, and how has he been? He mentioned he was like MVP of training camp so far. To be able to be that kind of player for your offense.
It means everything. His versatility. I think he's one of the most versatile players in college football, and with what we've been able to do with him, through spring ball and the work he was able to do over the summer. Really working at his craft, being split out, being a number 1 receiver. Obviously you've seen what he's been able to do in the slot, getting with those matchups. But there's no limitations on what he can do, and the growth that he's had between last year and this year. He's been a tremendous Sun Devil. He's been a tremendous player for us. But his best year is the one that's coming up.
Well, you do have a big-time matchup coming up in Texas A&M and getting that first game started. How are you specifically keeping the guys focused on not the hype and just getting into the playbook, getting into the plays?
Yeah, right now going through camp, we're focused on us. This summer, guys spent time and studying film on our first opponent, and we're looking forward to that game. And I think you see a sense of expectation and a sense of urgency, in making sure that we're doing the little things and getting better each and every practice, because we know there's going to be a tremendous challenge there on September 5th. But on the same hand, it's all about focusing on getting better and doing the little things and making sure that we're being the best offense that we can be, so that when we get to that point, that we're ready for the challenge.
And how exciting for you personally to coach in such a game like that?
Oh, I love it. I'm from Texas, and so being able to go to Houston and coaching. Coaching a game, against a perennial power and a team that that also has a lot of hype going into the first part of this season. Those are the games you want to coach in, and I'm glad it's the first week, and we're going to be able to get the season started off with a great matchup.
Well, this is obviously Todd Graham's and yours 4th year being here with the Sun Devils. What has been being in Tempe meant for you?
I love it. I mean, it's a tremendous place to live. I mean, the community and the people that I get to be around every day is unbelievable. But the culture of this program, and to see the transition of from when we've got here to now going into our 4th year, just about everybody on this football team, but just a handful are guys that we've been able to handpick to come in and to go through this through this transition, and now you're starting to see that we're no longer having to sell the vision to people. It's all about it's a mindset and a culture that people get to see each and every day, and the expectations from when we got here are a lot different than what they are now, and that's what I want. I want to be a part of a program that has the highest expectations day in, day out, and one that competes for championships. And I think we've shown that that's the level that we're at, and we're ready to take the next step.
Well, and as we wrap up here with Mike Norvell, you have Campti coming up, and that's obviously been like a culture thing that you've established here along with Todd Graham. What are you specifically looking forward to heading up there?
That's my favorite week of the year, and be able to kind of get away and be there with our guys, and just seeing the bonding and the unity of this team, kind of forming their identity and what this team's going to be all about. And it's unlike any experience that you could ever go through with a football team. I think people on the outside, you hear about it, but unless you get to be in those cabins, unless you get to be around those campfires, it's unlike anything you can ever experience. And then I love the scrimmage. I love when you sit there and you're on that football field, and you have all those thousands of fans sitting on the rocks, and everybody around that field is a special feeling.
Well, thanks so much for your time, Mike Norvell, here on ASU Media Day.